Okay, listen up. This is as Orwellian as it gets. They're rewriting your history from their 2025 optic. They're rewriting your history from the Trump administration stance. They are taking significant efforts to interfere with freedoms and your access to education that they do not deem fit. Within the last 24 hours, the president signed the executive order on restoring truth and sanity to American history. Outlined in this bill as follows, they will, quote, "It is the policy of my administration to restore federal sites dedicated to history, including parks and museums, to solemn and uplifting public monuments that remind Americans of our extraordinary heritage, consistent progress toward becoming a perfect union, an unmatched record of advancing liberty, prosperity, and human flourishing. Museums in our nation's capital should be places where individuals go to learn, not to be subjected to ideological indoctrination or divisive narratives that distort our shared history." I mean, give me a break. "Seeking to remove improper ideology from such properties and shall recommend to the President any additional actions necessary to fully effectuate these policies. The Vice President and the Director of the Office of Management and Budget shall work with Congress to ensure that future appropriations to the Smithsonian Institution are as follows. Number 1, prohibit expenditure on exhibits or programs that degrade shared American values, divide Americans based on race, or promote programs or ideologies inconsistent with federal law and policy. Determine whether, since January the 1st, 2020, public monuments, memorials, statues, markers, or similar properties within the Department of the Interior's jurisdiction have been removed or changed to perpetuate a false reconstruction of American history, inappropriately minimize the value of certain historical events or figures, or include any other improper ideology. Take action to reinstate the pre-existing monuments, memorials, statues, markers, or similar properties as appropriate." Their executive order, as signed by the president, is a blatant attempt to interfere with your national museums, parks, and heritage sites to ensure that not a glimmer of reality is accessible that they deem to be inappropriate. Trump wishes, as he has always wished, to redefine reality and to indoctrinate the population of the USA into a thinking pathway from school until the grave that will ensure the longevity of his position and the position of people like him. These institutions, such as national museums, are ran by highly qualified individuals who dedicate their lives to the preservation and communication of literature, science, and history. Professionals who, at the very least, know how to spell. This is being undone by none other than the 6 times bankrupt convicted felon Donald Trump. It's his word or their word. Truly, which one do you think holds more weight? The historians who've spent their lives and educations dedicated to knowledge and skill, or the man who thought that shining a light up yourself may cure a deadly pathogen in 2020? The man who suggested to the world that people drink disinfectant. I'd like to bring your attention back to the Gulf of Mexico for a hot second. This is a perfect example of what the world looks like through a Trumpian lens, or perhaps Trump Gaza, that horrifying AI video as shared by the president. He doesn't mean to whitewash history. He means to orange wash history. Wash it in a way that his image aligns perfectly with all of it, and that his ideologies, and his ideologies only, are the ones that get through. And if you disagree with me, tell me, when have you ever seen him express doubt in himself? Have accountability? Have some introspection? Or say, hey, you know what? You were right. I was wrong. Never. You have never seen that. This isn't a man of learning, this is a narcissist. This is a man who we've seen lie time and time again. He holds no respect for truth, for history, or for learning. He holds no respect for the people of colour in the USA. He literally drilled up the words Black Lives Matter off of the tarmac in Washington using your money. Your Congress better do something, because you are way, way, way over the line at this point. We know where you are. You know where you are. You aren't getting history. You're getting his story. And there are very big differences there. This is disgraceful. This is disgraceful. And as every day goes by, it will continue to get worse.